Wow, welcome to Wisdom Insight Podcast. It's your host, Ifansini Jerry. I'm so excited about this topic, grace for the in-between, thriving in seasons of transition. Between where you were and where God is taking you lies a space. I call it the in-between. It's that stretch of road where you no longer where you started, but you are not where you have been promised yet. For some, it's exciting. For others, it feels like a wilderness, uncertainty, uncomfortable, and at times unsettling. But yes, the truth, the in between, is not a punishment, it's preparation. It's where God shapes your character, deepens your trust, and equips you for what is ahead. So come dive in with me as we go on this discussion. You might ask, why is the in-between season important? It's where God shapes your character. As I said, deepens your faith and prepares you for the next level. The gap is the classroom. I dare say it again. That gap is the classroom. God trains you before He promotes you. Character before your crown. Who you become matters more than what you receive. Preparation prevents collapse. Skipping process leads to failure in the promised land. Deuteronomy 8 verse 2 says, "And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness." Number one, pay attention to humble you and to prove you and to know what's in your heart, what's your motive, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or not. James 1 verse 4 says, "But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entirely wanting nothing." So your preparation time is the time that God is checking you out to know if you are ready for what He wants to do with you. We go on. How can you avoid frustration in this waiting period? Whoa, I know when I was many times when I came to this point in my life, um, I used to be frustrated, but God taught me, and that's what I'm about to teach you to focus on what God is teaching you now and keep a thankful heart. Shift the lens on the waiting period. It is not wasting time, it's working for you. Gratitude is a weapon. It's a weapon. Thanksgiving keeps your spirit light. Eyes on the teacher, not the clock. Let your eyes be on Jesus. Learn, don't just count the days. Philippians 4, verse 6 to 7 says, "Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and your minds through Christ." Psalm 37, verse 7 says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked device to pass." What practical steps can help us thrive in during the in-between? Stay faithful in discipline, serve where you are, and connect with the right people. What practical steps can help us thrive during the in between times? Stay faithful in disciplines, serve where you are, and connect with the right people. Bloom where planted, serve well in your current season. Feed your spirit, very important. Prayer, word, worship, non negotiable. Right company, right energy. Surround yourself with faithful builders, very important. Galatians 6, verse 9 says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." Do not allow yourself to faint in your in between, in your transition period. Hebrews 10, 24 to 25. "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exalting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. Very important. Do not forsake the assembly of believers in your transition period. How do you discern God's timing to move forward? Pray, check the word, follow the scripture, peace, and seek wise counsel. Pray before you pack. Don't move without his go ahead. Word, witness. Let scripture confirm what you sense. Word plus witness brings confirmation. Godly voices help you avoid missteps. To everything there is a season and a time, to every purpose under the heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. So there is a time for everything. Do not just pack your bag. Isaiah 30 verse 21. And thy ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, work ye in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left. So God's voice is very important. What should you guard against in the in between? What should you guard against in that transition moment? Impatience, compromise, and comparison. Don't jump the gun. Premature moves bring premature ends. Stay in your lane. Don't Comparison steals joy and focus. Keep standards high. Don't lower your values to speed your process. Very important. Keep compromise away from you. Hebrews 6 verse 12 says that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherited the promise. Proverbs 14 verse 30 says, A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones. Do not bring comparison into your life. Very important. How do you keep hope alive when it feels long? Recall God's faithfulness, hold on to his promises, and speak life over your future. Memory fuels hope. Remember what he's done before. Promise don't expire. If God said it, he will do it. Prophesy to your future. Speak faith, not fear. Lamentation 3:21 to 23 says, This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope. Have I hope. It is of the Lord's mercies that I'm not consumed, because his compassion faileth not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Romans 8 verse 5 says, For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Always remember this, that in the in-between isn't just a gap, it's God's growth zone. If you rush it, you risk it. If you enjoy it with grace, you enter the next season ready. Remember, every day in the in-between is shaping you for the more God has ahead. So stay faithful in the small, grateful in the slow, and hopeful in the stretch. Hold on to his promise. They have no expiring date. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Trust his timing and keep moving forward one obedient step at a time. If this episode has blessed you, share it with someone who feels stuck in between their past and their promise. Together, let's learn to thrive in the in-between, because where you are now is not the end. It's the training ground for where God is taking you next. See you on the next Wisdom Podcast. God bless you.